we can edit whatever this is. Oh,
That's right.
hi, I'm Rebecca,
I'm Lelia.
and we're both booksellers at One More Page Books in Arlington, Virginia, and we are here tonight in Chasing Tales, which is a delightful Cajun restaurant next door to One More Page, and we have some fish bowls that we're going to finish, and then we're going to talk to you guys about our favorite books that are coming out this year that we're really excited for. So we'll see you here.
Stay tuned.
What's up, y'all? So we have imbibed our fish bowls, and we are back here at the store, and we're going to tell you about our favorite books. So,
2016! Woo!
2016! Whoop, whoop. Do you want to start, or should I start?
I'll start.
All right, do it. Go.
Number 1, Hope and Red by John Scavran, who heretofore has been a young adult author, but this is his adult debut. It sounds really dirty.
Yeah.
And it probably will be. It has pirates, probably profanity in it. I'm really pumped. It's coming out from Orbit in July? June or July? June. I looked at my notes. It's June.
Awesome. Well, my number 1 is Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. It's coming out March 22nd from Putnam. And the elevator pitch for this book just sold me immediately because it was a retelling of Jane Eyre if Jane Eyre was a serial killer. And I'm here for that. But I've read it, and it is actually a lot more than that. Like, it actually made me want to cry a couple of times because there's a lot of heart, there's a lot of snark, there's a lot of satire, and it's just great. It's fabulous. Pick it up immediately when it comes out. Yeah, that's all I got.
She's great. Yeah,
so good. It's so funny, and it's so it spoke to the angry little
the inner serial killer in you. You can tell us. It's okay.
Oh no.
My next one is Titans by Layla Meacham. And it sounds like it's like a superhero face-off book, but it's actually not. It's a historical saga set in Texas in the 1900s. You know, I don't always read books about Texas, but when I do, they're epic, historical, multi-generational, usually involve romance and or, you know, societal expectations of the time period. So get pumped for that. She did Roses. She did Somerset was the prequel to Roses. I'm a big Layla Meacham fan, I'm not going to lie. I mean, inside I'm really like an 80-year-old woman, so it makes sense that I connect with Layla Meacham on that level.
Yeah, I agree with that. My next one.
That's Titans. Layla Meacham comes out from Grand Central in April.
Cool. Good to know. So my next one is, it's a YA book. It's a debut called The Girl from Everywhere by Heidi Heilig, I think is how you say it. That one comes out February 16th from Green Willow Books. And it is a time-traveling pirate ship that sort of goes back to 19th century Honolulu on a sort of a personal quest of the ship's captain and the ship's captain's daughter, who is the main character. And I love this book for numerous reasons. Like, it incorporates history and myth and all of the things that I love, including time-traveling pirates and maps. There's so many maps. But it's also a very diverse book, which is really cool. The main character is half white and half Chinese, and the ship's crew comes from a variety of different backgrounds. There's a Northern African tribeswoman and a former Chinese Buddhist monk, and it's really cool. It deals with, you know, a period of history that we don't really talk about ever, and it's so good. So definitely check that one out in mid-February, so coming up really soon. Excited.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars, guys.
My next one is also YA, and it's by Jessica Spotswood. It's called Wild Swans.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, you may know her from, she did Born Wicked and the Cahill Witch Chronicles trilogy. And this one is new. It's contempt, so there's, as far as I know, no witches or prophecies. But there is a family curse. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's I'm really excited for it just because I love her writing and she's incredible. And I'm really excited to see what she does in this new genre. You know, without the kind of magic and historical aspect to it. So very real world, present day, but still very atmospheric. So that's from Source Books, and it's coming out this May.
My next one, it's another YA, and I actually have the physical copy for you guys. But it's Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. It comes out March 8th from Viking Books for Young Readers. And it's a sort of this girl in this vaguely Middle Eastern world. It's a desert world that's built on the industry of gunpowder, which I thought was really cool. But this girl, she wants to get out of her sort of hard scrabble town, and, you know, she ends up not escaping in the way that she thought she was, but she ends up on a magical horse with a handsome, you know, rogue traitor to the crown, you know, sharpshooting her way through this world. And it's really, really interesting and unique, and I had a ton of fun. I read it in a night, so that's always a good bet of, you know, what the good spring adventure books are going to be, and I think this is going to be one of them. So, Rebel of the Sands, Alwyn Hamilton. That one. Tag in!
Oh.
Tag in!
Next up.
Oh.
Nailed it. I have a visual aid as well.
Yes!
Boom! This is an excerpt from Lady Midnight, the new Cassandra Clare, the umpteenth Shadowhunters novel. That's not true. You haven't read them, you should, because now there's an ABC Family series. I'm sorry, Freeform. That's their new name, ABC Family. Yeah, don't worry about it. TV show.
What?
Yeah, that's their new name. They're not about family anymore.
They're
awful. About freeform, like
That's
what we're doing with these
tinsels.
boas.
Yeah. It's festive.
So Lady Midnight is a new series within that world that she's created with some characters that she introduced at the end of her last series, so we kind of have gotten to know them a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm really excited for this one because it's Cassandra Clare. She's just like, what feelings? I puppet master, yes, and whatnot. So that's coming out in March from McElderry Books. So, yeah.
So, my next one is, I was a little bit leery of putting this on my list because it comes out in October from Touchstone. But I loved this author's first book, and you know what? It's our video. I do what I want. So, my next one is Solutions and Other Problems by Ali Brosh. This is her second memoir book collection of essays. I don't quite know what to call her genre, but she did Hyperbole and Half. She has a very popular blog, and, you know, they're personal essays, memoirs about her childhood and depression and her crazy dogs and all of these things that are accompanied by MS Paint illustrations, which you've probably seen on the internet. It's the one with the lady with the broom and the saying, doing all the things!
You've seen a meme. She probably made it.
She probably made it. But I'm so excited for when it does come, and I want it in my hands. Just give it to me, please.
Patience is hard.
It's so hard.
Can we have it now? Next up, The Assistants. Ooh. Yeah, I have posted flags.
Bright colors. I like it.
Isn't it nice?
Oh,
it's shiny, nice. Too. It's got some gold on it. Because it's about money. Not really. I mean, it is. It's about stealing money. It's by Camille Perry. And this one actually comes out in May from Putnam. I'm struggling here. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We can divest with these if we need to.
No, I do not give up on my tinsel scarves.
Okay, great.
So, yeah, it's written by Camille Perry, and it's about a young, 30-year-old assistant to one of the wealthiest men in the country. And she kind of starts, but it happens by accident the first time, where she gets reimbursed, for work expense that then was actually not charged to her card. So she thinks, I could pay off my student loan debt with this charge, and he'd never know. So she, spoiler alert, she goes through with it, and then kind of from there it gets, into this whole, it gets a little bigger than she anticipated, and it's a little bit of a conspiracy to commit fraud that's happening with her and one of her coworkers, who turns out to be not at all what she thought. And the writing is just so witty and hilarious. I was laughing out loud. That's what the posted flags are, as lols. So I am really loving this book. So yeah, definitely pick this one up for anybody that's. I said it was like a cross between Sloane Crosley and The Devil Wears Prada, except that the boss is old Texan instead of like a cowboy. Yeah, it's like a recurring theme here. And instead of Meryl Streep. So definitely one to watch.
That's the next video. Is like Lelia and Texans, just like
love-hate relationship.
Love-hate relationship. Okay, so this last one, I think it's the last one. Do you have one more? Or no?
I do have one more.
Okay, so never mind. Second to last one is probably will come of no surprise to anyone, but it is Hamilton, The Revolution by Lin-Manuel Miranda and, exactly, Jeremy McCarter. Yes, I can't read my notes. But if you've been living under a rock and don't know what Hamilton is, one, get thee to Spotify and fix yourself. But for those of you who don't know, it is the brand new Broadway musical about the life of Alexander Hamilton, our first Secretary of the Treasury, and he's on our $10 bills, and was an excellent rapper. That's in the history books. You can
Certified American Banff.
Exactly. It's the complete libretto with additional material. It's like behind the scenes, interviews, director's notes, let's see what else. It's got, pictures and production stills and like everything you wanted to know about Hamilton is going to be in this book, including, according to a tweet from Lin-Manuel Miranda, shirtless pictures of Daveed Diggs, who plays Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson, and that's really all we want.
Plays the star in my fantasies.
It's what?
Sorry.
So I want it now. Like, which devil do I sell my soul to get it? But unfortunately, I will have to wait until April of this year, and it's coming out from Grand Central Publishing. I want it. So, please, take it away.
My last one is the sequel to this bad boy, Bourbon Kings by J.R. Ward. Are you intrigued by the tuxedo and the fact that alcohol is in the title?
Are there Texans?
Kentucky.
Oh!
This one is Kentucky, yes.
Very different.
The sequel is called Angel Share, and it's coming out from Penguin in July. And I love this series. It's just, like, so soapy. It's like a Dove bar. The soap, not the...
A Dove bar?
The chocolate.
Oh!
Dove.
Oh!
A bar of Dove soap.
I thought you were trying to say dive bar.
I mean, it's like that too. No, they're all rich people. There's no dive bars here, okay? These people are drinking, like, 100-year-old bourbon, because, as if it were water.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair.
Things in this series include formal wear, betrayal, long-lost loves, Kentucky, as previously discussed, upstairs, downstairs, romances.
Did I not say... Dove soap. Also not Dove chocolate. Not Dove chocolate either. None of those things.
But, oh my god, I love the first one. It was just, like, delicious. Like a Dove chocolate bar. So...
Bringing it back around.
It's a circle. And, so part 2.
Awesome.
J.R. Ward, Angel Share, get psyched.
Great. That's exciting. But yeah, those are the 2016 books that we are excited about. There are so many more books coming out, so please, by all means, do not take our word for it. This is going to be a great year for books, y'all.
Yeah, we'd love to hear what books you're excited for, too, so feel free to, leave in the comments.
Yeah, find us on Twitter. It's either at Just One More Page, which is the bookstore. There's also at Lelia Bean and at Speezy Spice. And we are happy to talk about books whenever, wherever. It's great. So,
bye, guys.
Bye.
Where's my